Where is the tuberculosis? Tuberculosis is a disease caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, a bacterium that almost always affects the lungs. It is curable and preventable. It is estimated that one-third of the world's population has latent tuberculosis. That is, these people are infected with the bacillus but have not become ill and cannot transmit the infection. People infected with the tubercle bacillus have a lifetime risk of becoming ill with tuberculosis of 1%.
How is disease transmitted? Tuberculosis is transmitted from person to person. When a person with tuberculosis coughs or sneezes, the bacteria in the air. People who are close to the patient can inherit them. If individuals also have weakened defense, as occurs in the people with HIV, malnutrition, diabetes, or other condition might also develop the disease. Tuberculosis or TB is caused by a bacterium called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This bacteria usually attack the lungs, but they can also attack other parts of the body, such as the kidneys, spleen, and brain. People most at risk for tuberculosis are the elderly, infants and those with weakened immune system, either due to low illness such as AIDS or receiving chemotherapy or treatment with immunosuppressive drugs. Tuberculosis does not respect race or gender. It can give you even the small chip to the oldest adult, and the socio-economic level does not matter either. Anyone who is not careful be infected at any time if they are exposed.
Symptoms. These bacteria usually attack to the lungs, but also can attack other parts by the body, like to the kidneys, spinal column, and the brain. If it is not priority treated, the tuberculosis can be deadly. In the past, the tuberculosis it became the leading cause of the death. Symptoms: intense cold that lasts 3 weeks or more, chest pain, coughing up blood or sputum, phlegm that comes from the bottom of the lungs. Signs: weakness or fatigue, weight loss, lack of the appetite, shaking chills, fever, and night sweats. Depending on the organ it affects, it will produce a series of the symptoms of great variety. Throughout history, tuberculosis has been known by various names such as wheel plague or king disease. In the Middle Age, the first tests were carried out that allowed us to know more about this disease. Also, at this time, the belief spread that the kings like those of England or France could cure the disease just by touching the sick, which is why it is also known as king disease. Just by breathing the same air that a person with tuberculosis breathes, a person can become infected. One of the discoveries about tuberculosis was that the tanks do the pasteurization of the milk that came from animals infected with bovine tuberculosis. The spread of it in humans was ended. Tuberculosis is also known as consumption because one of the symptoms on the size is significant weight loss. A person with great thinks it's known as consuming, hence the origin of the name.
Treatment for tuberculosis. In the treatment for tuberculosis, there are currently 10 drugs approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration (FDA) for the treatment of tuberculosis. Among the approved drugs, first-line tuberculosis drugs, which make up the main treatment regimens, include the following: isoniazid (INH), rifampin (RAF), ethambutol (EMB), pyrazinamide (PCA).